I'm making farinata today. This is a famous street food from the Ligurian coast, specifically Genoa. I'm starting out with 1 cup of chickpea flour. I grind my own, but you can definitely buy packages. It's really easy to find. Measure out 1 cup of chickpea flour and add it to a bowl, and then you're going to add 1.5 cups of cold water, and you'll also want to add a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. This is going to really make the flavor wonderful. And you'll need about 1 teaspoon of kosher or sea salt, and that makes it taste great. So mix it up with a whisk. It's going to be really watery, so don't worry about that. And don't worry about those little bubbles you see. You're going to see more of them later on. I'm covering this tightly with some plastic wrap, and I'm going to let this sit for about 4 hours, or you could let it sit overnight. Right before you're ready to cook your farinata, you can add an herb if you want, and I had some fresh basil, so I chopped it really fine. Rosemary is really nice in this too, or you can just leave it alone and it's just as good. Stir your batter really well because a lot of the chickpea gets settled on the bottom. I'm coating the bottom of a cast iron pan. You do need a pan that can go into the oven, nothing with plastic handles at all. So after you've painted some olive oil all over the bottom and the sides, stir up your mixture one more time before you pour it in. Now I've preheated my oven to 480 degrees. You need a really hot oven for farinata. I baked my farinata for about 28 minutes. Every oven is different, but you see how golden and beautiful it is on top. You'll see the edges too that are going to be a little bit firm and golden. I waited about 10 minutes before I loosened up my farinata. You don't want to do it while it's really piping hot out of the oven, and you see how it slides right out like an omelet. You can eat your farinata cold or warm or hot. This can also be chopped just like a pizza. So let's do that. I'm going to put my farinata on a cookie sheet that's been lined with parchment paper. I made this yesterday and it really doesn't matter. So I have some beautiful roasted grape tomatoes I'm going to add to this. You can add almost anything you want to farinata. It's just a template ready to go with whatever recipe you want. I have some shredded Parmesan cheese and some sliced red onions. And now I'm going to drizzle with just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. That's the best thing you can do for any kind of a pizza. This will go into a 400-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes until you see all that cheese all nice and melty. Take your farinata pizza out of the oven and serve it right away while it's nice and piping hot. You'll see after I cut it too how creamy the inside is. It's solid, it's not liquidy, but it's just right. You'll have that crunchiness from the outside of the farinata and that creaminess on the inside. You can see that from this slice. So have your farinata either plain like this or top it and make it like a pizza. No matter what, you're going to love farinata.